Hey guys and girls, just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Buzzsprout. Start a podcast today with free podcast hosting for Buzzsprout, easy podcasting software for hosting, promoting, and tracking your podcast. Buzzsprout is the best way to publish a podcast online for secure and reliable hosting to full iTunes support. Get started for free, no credit card required, cancel at any time.
Stands for losers.
That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is.
You play to win the game.
Welcome to the Airin podcast. Do it too on my end too. Fuck this shit. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Airing It Out podcast. It is I, Dustin Marion. He is Hollow Clutch. Welcome back to second stream 2. And we were streaming earlier, but we had no fucking audio. What up, Jay?
Holy shit. I can't believe that just happened. I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here we go. John Brown on the waiver wire. And I was like, you got to get all your, like, he's just not thing. But if he gets dialed, I told you, was it you that I was telling? I might have been telling somebody this. When John Brown is not in that offense, they're not the same offense. Because they don't have somebody to, like, just consistently
stretch
pick
the
off
field.
the top. Yeah, like a Tyreek player where that guy just keeps running all the way fast. And if you don't watch him, he's going to
And it
burn
pushes
you.
the safeties back.
Yeah,
Yep.
everybody moves fucking back and it opens up the field. And then you have everything underneath to give you the space that you need. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, it makes total sense. You know what I mean? When you think about it.
So, switch gears real quick.
Oh, yeah, go.
Joe Biden is the president. What do you think?
So this is probably going to get me in trouble, but a couple things. First of all, you got him. All right? Everybody take a bow, fucking do a lap. You motherfuckers do the thing, throw the bat, flip the bat, throw the glove. Y'all doing it all. Y'all got it all. The best meme I seen, or I don't even know if it's a meme, is motherfucking Biden's face on LeBron James's body dunking the ball. By LeBron James. Okay? So
That's funny.
yeah, it's comedy, actually. I hope that they're going to save you guys. I hope so. I really do. I hope it. I hope it's great stuff. I hope shit doesn't get fucked up. But, you know, about the cheating and all this other shit. I mean, look, if the Donald's out, he's out. We'll see what happens. It could be the same, you know, animal. We just don't know it. Who knows what's going to happen? Yep. It's the first time, by the way. I don't know if anybody's really thought about this, but it's the first time we've ever had a president go back to back in a minute. Because that hasn't happened.
Well, it hasn't happened. It's only happened, I think, 2 other times in history, they said.
Yeah, so.
And this is the 3rd time.
Right. So look at that.
So
he can get no back to back.
I did it like, I don't know, man. I think we're going to have to need a big shift in our system. I think we're going to they have to figure out a way to do online voting. We need to figure that out.
You think that shit fucked it up?
For them not having that system yet, yes and no, because like, who mails things in anymore? Like, it's just weird the way they're doing it. Like, we're not in 1987 anymore.
I was saying that shit. I think it was Rogan that was going on that rant too. I was just like, bro, you could fucking order you could order groceries from your Amazon account that gets delivered to your door, but you can't send in a vote. What?
That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. And like, everybody's first instinct is when you say, hey, they should vote online. Well, the hackers, oh my God, the hackers, they're going to get hacked. They're going to hack everything. I was like, all right, let me understand this right. So there's trillions and gajillion billions of dollars in the world, right? Mm-hmm. Online. So you're going to tell me these hackers are not going to try to break into the banks? And if that is the case, how come everybody's banking online?
Right.
Everybody banks online.
A better one. How many people are trading online with big money accounts, bro?
And all that shit is secured.
Yeah, that's not getting hacked.
So give me a break with this whole.
But that's that old. That's not secure. You know, when I hear shit like that, that's number one. That's like that old thinking, right?
Yep.
And then I also think it's like that stupid motherfucker that, in the sense of like, was sent by someone to infiltrate and starts that echo. And then it gets everybody on the bandwagon. Yeah, you know it's not safe. Yeah, you know it's not safe. And then you know when it's bullshit? When you go to your mother's house and you're like, hey, ma, and she's like, you know it ain't safe. You're like, oh, they got you too. They got you too. And so
Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you're the same person telling me I can't put my credit card online.
Facts. Facts.
The same person.
Facts.
And have people gotten their credit card information stolen?
Now one nickel, my guy. I think I told her I had $1. Some motherfucker got it by accident and went to like Redbox and rented a video. Out of all the times, and I've put in my shit sometimes probably not on the best sites, you dig?
And for the most part, again, it's not the same. Like it's not the same. We are in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there could be safety measures put in where you go, because like if you go to irs.com, you put your social security in. Why is the IRS not hacked?
Right.
Like all these institutions that have top security, why don't we just use that for our voting? It makes no goddamn sense.
Even credit cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that
credit cards were being hacked, but I'm just saying
but credit cards are hacked. Check this out. Credit cards are not hacked. Credit cards are hacked by other companies, by second parties. So, American Express is not fucking getting hacked. Walmart is getting hacked. And now they got all the cards of American Express, right? You never hear MasterCard. So it's like, the next motherfucker that touches my product, you can't really, there's not that much defense for it, right?
Exactly.
But if you're using that product straight up, like American Express is like, obviously the top of the line, but like they have insurances within their shit that is like, well, if there's fraud, we got you. Don't sweat it. You fuck with us. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm saying we could definitely
have, what I'm saying is, why can't, if you have that kind of level of shit, right? You do it for voting. You can do it for voting. Get the fuck out of here.
It doesn't make any sense. It should be nobody's
dollars on fucking credit cards. Someone should be hacking them, but they don't. They hack them when someone else is in hand.
And then they always give the bullshit excuse where that's not the bullshit excuse. The one thing I don't like is the same day registering. Like if you can't same day register, why the fuck not? If I'm voting for somebody, it shouldn't matter if I can't if I want the same day register.
I found this fascinating, right? So this was an interesting thing because the missus brought it up. Okay, so first of all, one of the things that I thought was like redundant and stupid was like, okay, we don't start counting your shit until this date. I was like, that sounds stupid. Then I heard another one that was like, it doesn't get counted until this date, right? That's another stupid shit. It's like, no, bro, you ever seen MOB, right? When they have the All-Star, we're collecting ballots as they're coming in, right?
Exactly.
There's a cutoff date. If your shit is not here by this date, it won't be caught. You don't collect 1 million ballots and then wait to the date to start counting. Who's in charge? Who's in charge, bro? You guys should all be fired. First of all, as soon as they start coming in, you start counting them, bro.
And then there's laws. They have laws. I didn't even know that there's laws against counting them early,
right?
Or counting
Isn't
them
that wild?
Before whatever the polls close. Like it's stupid. If you do it as you go, you should be good.
Or even have it like, okay, cool, check it out. You don't want to do that. So the way there's the IRS and the way there's banking, then have somebody pick them up. That's more secure than you, right?
Like a Brinks.
Have people, boom, you put them, these are all the votes, pow, and it's locked by armored guard to a building, counted by some official cats, and making sure like, boom, this is the count here, we're on it. That it keeps getting sent to this, location, wherever it's at. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. This was a huge blunder. And then what I really, do you know what I also thought about? I thought about how come, and I get it was COVID, but this shit took mad fucking long. Have you ever? We've never been a part of that, so I can't even ask you that.
The thing was that they, like, both parties, both sides, so like Joe Biden was telling everybody who was going to vote for him, mail in your vote.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump was like, "Oh, I don't trust the mail-in vote. Don't mail your vote in. Make sure you come in person and vote." So you have these conflicting reports where you got like maybe the Trump people were waiting on line for a long ass time, and he'd be like, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm not voting." And then you got all the Biden people who are like, "All right, I sent my vote in already. I don't have to worry about nothing because I already mailed it in."
Mm-hmm.
So you have these two different like approaches to the situation where, somebody going in and somebody not going in. So like when I went to go vote, I walked right in. It took me 2 minutes in New York. So it wasn't a long process.
I think also the media was fucking playing with motherfuckers too, because
for sure
they were like, it's mad long. You should not go. They made it seem like a scary movie and shit.
And then they'll show people like around a block at one polling station.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And so here's another issue I have with voting, which I had this issue. So I'm a registered independent, supposedly, right? I registered as an independent, but then supposedly they have me registered as a Democrat.
Right, you got to pick one.
So I found that weird, right? I found that weird. So you're forcing me, whatever. So now I go to this one location that I voted in the primaries, right? I go there and they go, you're not in this location. You have to go to another location. So
That's
I'm like,
weird.
why can't I just, if I, let's say, regardless of wherever I am, why can't I vote here? Why do I have to go to a specific site to vote? You know, why I gotta go to another location to vote? You should pull up the fucking tablet or give me the sheet, put it into the system, and it should update in the system that I voted.
That's
it shouldn't
the
fucking
thing.
matter.
You know, that's actually the trippy part. We're still counting votes like it's 1981.
Exactly. Now, let's say if I have family in Buffalo and I was in Buffalo for this week. So you're telling me I can't vote?
Right.
Because my site is over in Yonkers.
Yeah, you can't vote, son. Thanks for coming.
Like, how does that make sense?
Thanks for coming,
that.
kid. You're cute. Get this cute kid out of here.
The voting system is all out of whack, man.
But it's built like to play games and do all this
to
other
discourage
shit
people.
To be
That's
honest
what it
with
is.
you, I think so because in a large way, like some people could have felt disenfranchised, right, with that Bush Gore shit, right?
Yep.
Because it's like, well, why? What the fuck are we doing a recount? What's happening over here? You guys don't even know what you're doing. Who's in charge? You're all fired, right? To use the Donald shit, you're fired. That's it. You guys are done. And they just never did. And then homeboy wins, right? And then you could argue that Donald kind of pulled some Fugazi shit because it was looking like Hillary had it for the most part slam dunk because the Dems are just trying to.
But even the Democratic Party, those are the party, the DNC, they're fucking crooks too because they took it from Bernie in 2016 and then they took it from Bernie in 2020.
Exactly. They're still robbing my guy. They're still. He's on some other shit. That's why he's on some other shit. Him in Rhode Island.
That was the issue I had with the Democratic Party, where like I voted this time around for Donald Trump in New York. I voted for him. The reason why I voted for Donald Trump was because when you have so many people and so many media outlets trying to get rid of somebody, something's too fishy. Too fishy. I didn't like the way he was as a president. But when you got all these institutions, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got all these things trying to get this one person out, and they can't really give you a reason other than he's whatever, a misogynistic person or quote unquote racist person.
They love that one.
Those are your go-to. Like, and then like if you speak about something and they want to like, get upset about it, and I'm like, I can't. And then you glorify Obama, and a lot of shit Obama did was not shady, but like was kind of fucked up, and nobody talks about it. And then my minority people glorify it and say, oh, we had a black president. Like that shouldn't be the standard. Our standard shouldn't be just because they just got there. We should have a standard of them implementing things. And I just want to feel like we're just ganging up on a person. I just feel like you're not giving that person a fair shot. No, like I wouldn't want nobody who I'm opposing to fail when there's a greater outcomes,
Yeah, no, I get you. I think that the whole thing I've had multiple people as guests and I've asked them that tough question, not just for Biden, but I'm just like, let's look back. Our president history hasn't been spotless. It hasn't been great, bro. Like even before Obama and Trump, right? Because those are the two. You had fucking everybody. They did such a bang up job. We forgot about George Bush Jr. and how much of a fucking circus that shit was. Homeboy got a shoe thrown to him in a press conference, my guy. When you took about potatoes, that's the potato if I've ever seen one. You got Dick Cheney running this country, making mad bread, bringing in military and all this crazy stuff into other countries, and just doing nutty things. And one of those nutty things is, how crazy is to even think that the U.S. attacked the U.S. on U.S. soil, bro? That sounds wild. That sounds wild.
And all these released documents, like, they come out and how, like, we got a lot of false flagging, the MK2 Ultra program, a lot of shit that a lot of conspiracies that we've done shit to ourselves just to get political gain in certain situations. So it's kind of scary. Like,
Yeah, bro.
That's why, like, I was scared of Biden and Kamala. Like, Kamala, for the most part, she's a minority woman, but she was in a high power of office, keeping minority people in jail and stacking evidence against them. Like, if she could do that to her own, like, to own minority people, why wouldn't she do that to the rest of the United States? You know, like that, like that's a moral thing. When I go and I say, all right, I have this envelope, I'm gonna go stack it with evidence to put somebody in jail and keep them in jail. That's a moral thing when you know you're lying and you're putting innocent people in jail, or even somebody who did a light drug offense and adding somebody should have done 6 months, you go and be like, all right, 17 years. Like what? Like
I know. That's nuts.
that's scary to me. That's that's really scary to me. And like the Biden stuff with the whole prison, like they were making sure keeping people in jail with the crime bill, because around the late 70s, early 80s is when jails got privatized. So that's where the money was coming. It was going to start going to.
Right, exactly.
So if the jails are empty, there's no government money. The private facilities are going to be making bread.
Oh, what
So
a shift.
that's scary too. You know, like that's another moral thing. So it's like, I don't know, man. Everybody's shifty and shady, and everybody's like,
I know. I can't wait to see this.
Fuck
I
Trump.
can't wait to. I can't wait
blah
to see
blah
this.
blah. And I'm like,
I can't
you know,
wait.
they like, Trump has kids in cages, but like, Obama built those cages. Under Obama's administration, those cages were built. Obama over his tenure deported way more people than Trump. Like he was like the deportation king. Like Obama was kicking motherfuckers out.
Obama was doing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
He got very like tough-handed really quickly.
Yep.
But I don't know. You know, there's like two arguments to that thing, because there's like the one argument that's like homeboy came in and trying to change stuff, and then somebody came to him and be like, "Yo, bro, you know that's not really happening, right?" and and it was just so much.
Well,
more
they said it
power.
when he got elected. They were like a
party basically came out of nowhere to like forever.
They were like,
fuck with him.
we're never gonna oppose everything he does.
It's like
Anything
crazy.
he does, I don't care what it is, positive or
Nothing.
not positive.
We don't give a
We're
fuck.
opposing it regardless.
That's it.
I'm like, how do you expect anybody to function that
That's
way?
what I'm
And that's the
saying.
same thing that
That's the
happened
hard deal.
with the same shit that happened with Trump. Like,
Mhm.
what you want people to succeed that are gonna influence a lot of things. You know, like if you let the public vote more, the public is mostly always right on issues, like 90-10 issues. So legalized marijuana is 90-10 legalized. So like, why is that not legalized in all 50 states already?
So
you know,
speaking
like,
about that, right? I wanted to bring up a trippy thing, because I've been doing like, I don't know, baby research to make this show a baby bit better. And someone was telling me, bro, I think it's in fucking Oregon. They made all drugs legal.
yep,
Got passed.
it should be.
I totally agree, but I thought that was kind of groundbreaking. That might have not been, you know, a headline that a lot of people didn't hear or listen to, because that's like the beginning when you start decriminalizing shit like that. I mean, that's intense. And then I think was also mentioned that everywhere that marijuana recreationally was on or up for voting passed.
Yep. So that's like a 90-10 issue. Like, why isn't that a federal law across all 50 states that marijuana legal? It should be. Like, it makes no sense that it's not.
Bro,
And,
it's so crazy because I guess that they're like so nervous to let go, to what you were saying about the privatizing the jail thing. We incarcerate more people than anybody in the world, right?
Yep. Per capita.
Most of the crimes are marijuana charges, bro.
Non-drug offenses, non-violent drug offenses.
Isn't that wild?
Crazy.
And
crazy.
then making mad cake. The DA's making cake. The lawyer who charged you made cake. The bitch that walked you in made cake.
That's the whack part about all that shit. So like, you have all these lawyers, like prosecutors, who want to win because it has to go by win rate, your percentage of how you get people in jail.
Yep.
Like, instead of just doing the right thing and getting the percentage of getting the bad guy and put that bad guy behind jail. You know what I'm saying?
Even spend more money in the rehabilitation process, where like maybe jail, maybe this guy was on the cliff, but he was hanging on. You send that motherfucker to jail.
There's
it's
a
over.
prison. I forget where is a prison where they have keys to their own jail cells. They have TVs. They have books and shit.
I don't want it to be that fabulous.
No, for sure. But it depends what the offense is. So like a murderer, rapist, they don't get those perks. But somebody who was just getting high and got pulled over by the cops and had whatever a half a O on him.
But you know, to me, being like a standard a little bit of the system, you know where they fuck up at? I wouldn't put none of these motherfuckers in jail. I would be like, yo, you out. But you owe me like 1 billion days of community service. And I would have massive people working for free.
But that's the hard part, because you violating labor law. So that's what Kamala was doing. She was stacking evidence to put people to work in the state of California for free.
See, there you go. Now we're gonna have a good discussion.
So you see what I'm saying? So now you're all right, cool. So instead of paying somebody 50.
You see how it came out of nowhere?
Yeah.
No, she's trying to make that bread. I mean, I'm making an argument in a different way, because I think that the jail thing is not the best thing. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Maybe not.
But like even the
situation.
So let's say if I have a white van full of bud, that's obviously I'm gonna distribute it. That's somebody different than somebody like me. Let's say if I would get caught with weed and it's a little baggy. Like, we shouldn't be put into the same category.
Right. Well, I don't think they arrest you anymore for pot.
No, like, now they don't. But what I'm saying, York, back then they did.
A motherfucker, bro. They were just like, they took you through the whole system. Where, if you think about it, they probably would have made way more money if they would just write in tickets like checks. Pow, hold that. Pow, hold that. Pow. They probably would have made more money.
Yeah, but the issue with that is they're doing it to people who don't have money, or people who misuse their money. So now you give tickets. A
good argument,
right? So now you give tickets.
I'm not going to pay you, bro.
I'm not going to pay you, right? Now you have a warrant for your arrest.
Boom, here we go.
Pow, how are you going to go into the system anyway?
Pow, damn, they got the judo chops good in this fucking little system, huh?
Mm-hmm. See, that's how they get you.
I can't even fucking punch my way out of this box. God dang it.
It's tough. There's a lot of checks and balances.
Yeah, I know. There's gotta be. I think that maybe I don't know. Maybe you could be a counselor. Maybe it doesn't have to be like labor.
Well, they are.
Right?
So there's a country that legalized all drugs.
Right. Well, that would help.
So now what they do is they have institutions where you can go and do those drugs in a safe environment.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do heroin, you get free clean needles. But also at the same location, you'll get mental health care. So you're gonna go to a system where, hey, how's your life going? What's going on? You have somebody to talk to. Hey, have you eaten? Blah blah blah. So they've shown studies that if you have a happy life, you don't do drugs like that. You don't do harsh drugs to keep you depressed. So like heroin, cocaine, meth, any of those things, you don't do those drugs that hurt you because your life is happy and you're in a family community environment. So like when you go to the hospital and you get an IV with morphine, that's 100% pure heroin.
Right.
So if you notice, people who go and get IVs with that morphine, they're not hooked. You're gonna have some instances of some people, yes, with everything, but it's not a vast, large, like 90% of people are gonna be hooked on morphine when they come out of the hospital. Why? Because they're happy that whatever the surgery they got was good. They got people who love them. They got a sense of purpose and a sense of worth. So then they don't revert to be like, all right, now I need to go get more morphine or let me go do heroin. So these are studies that have been done. If you're in a happy space, you're not going to be doing things like that. And that's what I think the approach that we should take.
Yeah, no. That's what I was trying to get at. I guess I went all the ways that it seemed logical to do to
like I know what you were trying to get to, but it's just tough because the system.
Yeah, fuck up. That's the thing. We got to change the system. Like I think you said that on the first recording. We definitely got to change the system in that regard, just because it's set up way differently. But I'm agreeing with you. We need to figure something out where you just don't keep packing jails. That shit is not helping. I think it's making things worse. If anything, I was just watching Blockers the other day, and I was like tripping out because it had me like reminiscing about what it was like to be on the block, to constantly get hit up by the cops. Yo, get on the wall. What y'all doing?
Yep.
Wow. Pat them down. Give them shit. come back tomorrow, do the same shit to the same dudes again. Pow.
Why you wearing red? Why you wearing blue? Huh?
Right? And then I was just like, wow, this shit is fucking. This shit is nuts. And it's just crazy because, like I said, once you get them and you put them in, those dudes come back onto the streets, and so then now they start affecting people.
But here's the real effect that they don't talk, like the real ripple effect is when you take the man out the home,
Right, that's another thing too.
everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
When the men aren't in the home, or even around, or in the kid's life.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing. So now you got all these men in jail who have kids. Now all those households are broken. So that's a ripple effect. So now you keep this continuous system of now that kid who's going to resent his father, resent the system,
and go off and be an asshole, go to jail, have a kid, and then do it again.
Yep.
Let's do it again. One time.
Yep. I need to get money. I gotta get weed, and that's like another thing. Like I hate that these entertainers or celebrities or rappers do. Like, okay, cool, you got to do what you got to do to like survive, but like, don't try to glorify it so much. Get these kids to learn how to do their taxes. Get these kids how to learn how to invest in real estate. Don't like, you've been there. Like, I get it. It's part of the culture, but we could shift the culture. Like, stop. We gotta stop all this where, like it's slowly getting there with some of these rappers, but it's not there fast enough. You still got these little whatevers, little pumps, little dirt, little lows all over the place, still trying to glorify women with fat asses and getting money and chains and drinking and going out and smoking all day. Like, the smart ones get that, but then they take advantage of it to monetize for themselves, as opposed to giving back and saying, hey guys, if you guys put all your money together, you guys could get an apartment building or a laundromat. Make sure you do your taxes, get your taxes right. Make sure you get your credit score up. Like, none of that shit gets talked about until it's way after, until these big celebrities who were in the hood got all the way out, took full advantage of the system, took advantage of the community, and got out. And then they want to give back, which is okay. You got to give back, but like, keep pounding that message. Keep pounding that message so that it doesn't keep getting, coming through. You get the kids where they want to get cool on social media and then do something stupid because they just want to get views and likes and things like that, which that shouldn't be the case. It should be, you put out quality content, people are going to receive it, and so be it. But the thing is that everybody wants people want everything so fast with instant gratification. It just sucks because nobody has patience for anything,
Yeah, no. It's a trippy thing. There's just so much, and there's just a lot of layers to the whole situation. I was telling my friend last night that I thought that was definitely a slippery slope, and it's been for a minute, but I think that there's some insider trading happening because, rap music is potentially dangerous. It's not just rap music though. It just seems like more displayed in rap music because all it was, that's what I was telling him. I was like, yo, the government uses rap music to keep motherfuckers neutralized because it basically tells you fuck bitches, right? Get money, smoke weed, get drinks. Boom. Just stay right there, son. All right. And then next week, get money, get bitches.
Yep.
Right? Get some weed and then drink. And bro,
I've been
there. I've been there. Yeah. Oh, and then I was saying, and then the job profile is, oh no, now we got to sell drugs, right? So we can blow up. And then if there's anything left, it's people with microphones and balls that get out of here, right? Yep. So basically, you're telling me that the only way to get out of the hood is to be an athlete, a singer, and what was I forgot what the first thing I was talking about, but pretty much those two things, bro. It's like you got to be. You're not gonna get out of here in your brains. You're not gonna get out of here because you've seen a certain angle. No, it's very limited.
Like, it's shifting, but at a very slow curve.
For sure. But like I said, it doesn't help with it doesn't help with these guys doing it like that,
Yep. And then the thing, nothing that got changed is that you have people on Section 8 for 30 years.
Right.
Why are people on Section 8 for 30 years?
Right.
Section 8 is an assistance program to get you on your feet, to get a job, and then you get your own place.
But you know why they don't take that
your own
shit
family.
out, bro? Even though they know, it's because it's already like when they say defund the police, they should change that shit to to defund the system.
Yep.
That's what it should be called. Not defund the police, defund the system. You know why they don't stop that shit? You know how many people that have working on those places, bro? A lot. You know how many mouths they're feeding? They're feeding everybody's mouths. They're feeding the motherfucker cutting the check. They're feeding the person getting the check. They're feeding the person that they stand in line with. There's so many jobs at all those places, bro. And all those places are packed. Packed.
That's the crazy part.
Packed.
That's crazy.
Right?
Like,
And
there's
I've never
nobody.
been, and I'll be honest, you know, like I've been with the people and in the people.
No,
and,
for sure, because you
and
need
I-
help. But what I'm saying, like,
I'm just saying, like
we don't.
It's crazy
You got
that-
people who stay on it for
Bro,
years.
I know
Like,
someone who's on it. It's going like on 40,
yeah, like
and they're good. Like they could touch. They got 10 toes. They could jump. They
Yeah.
can move. They're-
like you know, like here's a part that pisses me off about people like that, right? They won't learn to do anything. They won't learn a new skill. They won't read anything. But I'll tell you one thing: they'll know everything in and out of the welfare system.
oh, they know
Like,
it
they
for
fucking-
sure.
You need form C37. You need form 66782. Like all those forms and shit like that. They know, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro, there's been times that it's just like, hey, just do so and so you can get so and so, and I'm like,
Yep.
nah, I'm good.
So if you have another kid, you'll get $900 on
I'm
your
good. Yeah.
taxes. Like what? Like what is that? That doesn't have to do anything. Like that. What the fuck? We're in crazy times. Crazy, crazy, crazy times. What's going on, chat? How you guys doing out there today?
It's
Super
just
crazy, man.
it like I said, I think it's been dangerous. I've been saying it for a long time. I said that was actually, it was weird to me because I would like to think that as a young person, things affected me very profoundly, and I knew right away that rap music, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but the way they were showing it, I was like, this shit ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me kind of resent it. And then I started to see the people that found it more than interesting, and then just the whole culture that came with it. I was like, damn, these guys are making you look and act and behave crazy. That's why, you know, even though it's an amazing movie, you know, a movie I hate so fucking much, Scarface, because it made motherfuckers believe it was a
glorified-
movie. Y'all niggas don't even know. It was a movie. It was a movie. It was a movie.
Like glorified selling drugs and
Yeah, like, I mean, granted, let me tell you something, and I fucked up because, sorry for the censors, I don't even know how to talk, but he gave the blueprint, in my opinion. First, you got to get the money.
Yep.
Then it was the woman and the power, or was the power and the woman?
No, you get power and
then
the
the
woman.
Right, exactly. That's what I thought it was.
I think it's not even that. I think it's money, power, respect, and
No,
then
no,
the
no,
woman.
no.
Isn't it?
No. That's a rap song.
Okay.
That's a locks.
Wait, I think it's money, power, and the women.
Yeah, that's what he said. Because he said about getting the woman was involved because he kept telling him, like, Manolo was chasing chicks.
Yep.
And he was like, stop fucking with the birds. You need to get some bread, bro. Without the bread,
Yep.
we ain't doing jack shit. And then we get the bread, you become the boss. And then with the boss, you can pick any woman you want.
Exactly.
Right? Like, you put yourself on a different pedigree. But what I was saying was,
They glorified it.
right, exactly. And it fucked up motherfuckers' heads. It fucked up
Yep.
motherfuckers' heads where they thought that was real and that was the real blueprint. I was just saying, like, in a strategic way, that kind of makes sense. You got to be something influential and then you can get your pick of chicks. That sounds great. The rest of that
Yeah.
movie was bullshit. I'm like, bro, you don't take fucking, like, hits of blow. Like, everybody thinks, like, that is the greatest, like, pretender gangster movie ever in my mind. Because they made a lot of pretend gangsters. And I don't mean that to insult them, but it was like, man, you made up this world in your mind, bro. Like, you should have been a boss and say, okay, cool. I'm gonna sling some rock on the block, no problem. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna open up a trading account.
Yep.
And instantly, the money's
Look
washed.
at Jay-Z.
Yep.
He sold crack,
Mhm.
got out the hood, built a multi-billion-dollar businesses across.
That's it,
Gives back to the community.
bro. I
You
know.
know?
I know a millionaire who did the same thing. He
Mhm.
got bagged up. He went to jail. He planned his escape. He didn't escape jail. When he came out, he crushed. It took him like 6 years. He got $2 million. He was focused, no drinking, no fucking around, no partying, no bitches, 17 jobs, stack, 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 buy stuff that was worth more than what it was. You know what I mean? Like down valued, flip, 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 boom, I'm here.
Yep.
Game over.
That's why our curriculum for our kids needs to be changed. Like,
yeah,
our kids need to know real estate. Our kids need to know, taxes,
but
credit,
they don't
stuff
want
like
us to
that.
know. That's why we don't know.
Because
That's the fact.
it sucks because they got all these people who complain and like, oh, the billionaires, and I'm like, you got the same thing if you just go do the research. If you go get an LLC, if you go put this money into this certain account, if you put your money into a Roth IRA before the money hits you, you get taxed, pre-taxed. Like, you have all these advantages too. You just don't fucking know them.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Imagine you tell somebody, right? Even in your inner circle, I'm going to start a business. Motherfuckers are going to start looking around like, damn, is he smart? Does he know what he's doing?
Yep.
He didn't, like, he should get a job.
Are they going to start telling you what you should do and they never ran a business?
Right.
That's the best one.
But what I'm also trying to get at too is that what you're saying about our culture, like, we're not even as adults, like the audience and like what's being spoken is not, hey guys, go be a business owner. Figure out some way to start a business. No, it's go get a job.
Or even like the Gary V approach. Like, because everybody's not an entrepreneur. Like, everybody's not an entrepreneur. But like Gary V says, you could be number 3. You could be the number 4.
But it's not
you
even
could be
that,
the number
bro.
5.
Like, think about this. Anybody that's anything, right? Like, for example, like, look at all the people that we've been around, right? We knew the passions, right? So, like, let's say, for example, we use just Felix for an example. Homeboy was building computers. Now he's in a different occupation right now, right?
Yep.
But if he was around people that doubled down on the computers, homeboy probably could have been Silicon Valley. We don't even know, right? Like, that's the level of what we're saying at it being nurturing, right?
Yep.
Example, we'll stay in the same family just because you'll get all these points. But you have a weird eccentric kid who's a good writer, right? But he's made fun of and he's mocked of, my man Steven, and no one pays attention. So now he could have been the next Stephen King. Stephen King's a weird looking motherfucker too. But he was probably around people that were like, yo, your writing is fire. You should keep writing. And that's what I'm saying when I mean start a business. It's like a lot of people, you're told what to do, right?
Like, don't start negative when somebody says something. That's how I do. I encourage all my friends. I always start with the positive.
Yeah, now, even
like,
if it's
oh,
not,
that's
like,
dope. All right, let's do it.
It's dope. You got to try it. Like, you got to go, like, at least take a shot. And the thing is it's just so much more easier to just go get a job, right?
Yep.
It's so much more easy to sell rock. Everything else is way more harder because the system's already there for you to take from the government. System's already there to take from the fucking heads on the block. It's
like, I think what they should do with the welfare is like, all right, you're on welfare for 5 years, and after that, you have to figure it out.
Also, I think that why don't you get the people that are on welfare to work for welfare? Check this out, puppy. I'm going to cut you a check. If you can walk, you're going to man this desk, and you're going to take other people who we get welfare to, right? Like, they should have a hiring system within the system. No one knows it better than y'all. So why don't we get the users to help other users?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Get them in other areas and like and train them
whatever,
for
bro.
wherever they're deficient in.
Those buildings are big. Whether it's fucking putting data into a computer or it's sweeping the floor, no more free money, son. You motherfuckers not gonna work for it if you can. Like, there's bona fide disabilities.
No, for sure.
I seen a lady the other day, and I'm not trying to take shots, but I seen a lady the other day looking like she was hopping and skipping. And she got into a car that said handicap. And she had premier parking. And I was like, what the fuck?
Because you're just taking advantage of the system.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, dude, come on.
That's the issue.
And so I was saying, if for the with this specific topic, when it comes to like that, they should at least try to get you a job. Or at least get that, like, basically unemployment, all those divisions should kind of merge together.
They kind of have something like that in New York where it was like the working force. So like they would help you try to get a job. But it's too easy to not.
Right.
They make it extremely easy to not work.
So maybe it's funny that what Yang was talking about, that
Universal basic income.
it's already been happening for a while.
It's been happening in Alaska for almost 40 years.
Right. It's been happening in fucking New York for sure for like the last 42.
That
Because
too.
I know motherfuckers that are not even
Hi, baby. Go over there.
yeah, that are not even she's crashing it. Boom.
I know.
It's cool. That have been collecting like a motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, I know somebody they haven't gotten a job in like 20 years, bro.
Yeah, you don't need to. Or you got the people who work 6-7 months, right?
Mhm.
And then they just, I think all you need to be in a job is for 6 months, and then you're eligible for unemployment again.
Wow.
So people do that. People work for 8 months, 10 months, and all right, I'm out. I'll get fired, and then I'll just live with unemployment for a couple months, and I need another job.
Wow, what a trip.
But then the system sucks because the system limits you. So like, if you get a job, right, and you like for like Section 8, whatever the case may be, right? So let's say Section 8, they're paying your apartment, and the apartment is like 3 bedrooms, $1,800 a month, right? And they'll pay that, and like, oh, you have to pay the dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go, all right, cool. I'm gonna go try to make myself better. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna make a little bit of money. And then Section 8 comes and goes, all right, now you have a job, you're making money. Now you have to pay $1,500. And we pay $300. Section 8 pays only $300 and you pay $1,500. People are gonna be like, wait a minute, well, you were just paying my whole rent.
I know it's tough.
You know, and then I'm only making minimum wage, and you're gonna try to take, like money out of my pocket, like, or make me pay for something that I don't need to pay for with minimum wage.
But I like the Rogan and Yang conversation about it only because like with a lot of this stuff, and I think like I was going back to the starting businesses thing, this system crushes creativity.
Yep.
There's no room for it. When you think about minority areas, bro, there's no fucking music club. You lucky if the team has a field, right?
Yep.
Thank God there's a basketball fucking facility inside so we could get some fucking athletes to come here. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bone dry when then you go to other places, it's like fucking state of the art this, state of the art that, training facilities, this thing, that thing. And you're like, bro, we're not even playing literally with the same toys here. This is like a little crazy. And we still produce more athletes than you motherfuckers with the state of the art shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that's the greatest thing about a lot of these sports. You don't need the state of the art. The state of the art comes like after. But that's what we've made it to be, right? Because look, I always make the joke about our block. That's how crazy motherfuckers are. They played basketball with a square hoop.
With a plastic milk crate.
Bro, but that's ingenious because they're like, check this out. We don't give a fuck. I bet you if there was a kid, he might have been famous. We never even seen him. That got all those square shots. They probably kill in the NBA, right? It's the same reason why like all those Dominicans crushing baseball. They show up with no gear, zero.
They play with a milk carton as a glove, and they hit rocks with a broomstick.
So imagine you give them a baseball and then a brand new bat and then some fucking leather gloves. It's gonna be unstoppable. And that's the thing about a lot of that stuff. But yeah, dude, we're on a slippery slope. I'm glad that all these people have had their day in the sun. I want them to enjoy it. Just like bask in the glory, because there's a lot of work to do. There's so much shit. We just talked about a little bit of stuff, bro. They got homeless that they haven't even fucking figured out. Immigration's
Especially
on the
in Cali,
table.
I heard it's really bad right now with the homeless people.
But
Like,
the
it's
thing
looking
is,
like a colony.
You would totally want to live in Cali, bro. The first thing I thought about when I got to California, and I can't believe this is a thought, and I'll never forget this thought. I was like, wow, if I was a homeless person, I would want to live here. And it makes total sense. It never rains, bro. You could live you could live outside.
That's crazy.
It's always like 78. Right? You get used to that, bro. And then at night it's like 62. That sounds crazy. All the time.
That's crazy.
It's not negative 20. It's not like
no snow and ice.
No, nothing.
We got a question in the chat.
Oh, wow.
What do you think of unemployment giving an additional $600 through December, and now possibly longer if this is on par with the economy?
All right. So for me, I totally think that. One of the things that I'm excited about is hopefully, Biden and Kamala could kick the door down on this fucking like stimulus package because they need to. Because right now, it's Christmas time. It's all of these things. People are even broke after January. Like, you want to keep families happy. And the thing about this
Go ahead,
money
go ahead.
is, okay, I'll let you get in, but the thing about this money is it's going to get respent, right? Like, it's not
Correct.
like people are sitting on this cash. So
The issue is where is the money coming from? You understand what I'm saying?
I get
That's
you.
my issue.
But the
My
thing
issue
is,
is, are we gonna cut? If we cut the federal spending, if we cut
there's no
military,
cutting. They're just going to make the fucking
but
the
that's what
deficit
scares
higher.
me. That scares me the most out of anything, bro.
Yeah, but we owe other countries too. So I
But
mean,
that's what scares me. We keep printing money.
it's fine, bro. Listen, the market. I
Nah,
don't.
that's not,
I think it's okay. I think what we need to do is we just
no
need
shot.
to listen. People are gonna still make money here, bro. We're still kicking ass. We're still kicking ass, and I don't mean that in the sense of like, jumping down and shooting motherfuckers, bro. All
But
the best companies are in America. Apple, Amazon, Netflix.
Yeah, but they're
Google.
not. We're not getting like cool.
But
They
it
have
doesn't matter.
jobs.
They have buildings in this place that fucking hire people, that people get paid to live in areas. It still works. Even if they're not banking in this country, even if they're doing shit offshores, however you want to slice that part up, it's still galvanizing business. Like what Tesla's doing, like this tech boom, everybody keeps calling it a bubble. I don't think it's a bubble. This is some new shit. Like, and even you can make an argument that the internet bubble wasn't a bubble, because if you would have stood with that bubble, you would be rich right now. If you would have fucking invested in Apple when it was like $1 and then it crashed to like 50 cents, and then now you sat on it and it was fucking $500 a share, and you bought 200 at $1, bro, like the numbers would be, they're just crazy. And I'm not saying that we don't have to be worried. I'm saying yes, we do. But at the
I
end of
think
the day,
I would be
inflation
fine.
keeps fucking our shit up. So we got to keep printing. We're the ones that hold milk at $5 and hold unemployment. I mean, not unemployment, minimum wage, especially in California, for $15, and a fucking apartment for 2 people is $2,000. Lower the shit, and you can lower the other stuff. But we don't lower shit. It's called inflation. It keeps going
But
up.
that's because we keep printing more money, so it causes inflation. That's the issue.
So then lower the prices, and then you don't have to give out so much money. How about that?
For sure, for sure.
Lower
But the
fucking
thing is, we
prices,
have
bro.
to do a better job at like the first stimulus package did a bad job.
That's
Most of
only
that
because-
money,
Yeah, what? Tell me. Let's see.
most of that money went to corporations.
Correct. That was
majority of it.
right. That
Like-
kept America alive. Basically, that's what they were saying it as.
Yeah, so
Like-
yes, that's what they were
yeah.
saying to us.
Like
Correct.
we gave businesses and we gave everybody that needed the help. Wink, wink. Help.
Yep.
We got the smallest piece of the pie out of that fucking pie.
Exactly. I think when you do a stimulus package, no corporation should get any money. Period. If your corporation needs money, that means your business has been run poorly.
Right.
So like what they fucked up was, let's say, a lot of businesses that were going to fail or have already been failing
Right,
in
got bailed out.
2016 they
Got
were in the
bailed
red,
out.
2017 they were in the red, 2018 they were in the red, 2019 they were in the red. 2020 we here, COVID's here. Oh, I need money. My business is failing because of COVID. But you've been running red for the last 4 years, 5 years. So why are you giving people money that their businesses suck? And they were giving money like blank checks. So you would just say, hey, COVID affected me. I need $100,000. Paperwork. Okay, here's $100,000. Like, it's so stupid. And they were giving loans that were not real loans. So they would say, here, we'll loan you money to keep people on your payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't fire those people in 18 months. They have to stay on your staff for 18 months. And then if they can't stay on staff for 18 months, then you don't have to pay us back that money. Like, so now we're just giving money away for free. Because now I can say, all right, I'll keep this guy for 18 months. I'm going to fire him anyway next year. And now I'll pocket it at $500,000. Plus, if my company, if I'm running it the right way, I'm keeping the money. And now I'm getting an extra $500,000 on top of that. So it's crazy. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. So I was gonna check my email. I had an amazing show with Mr. Olson. Eric J. Olson. Got the good name. I like it. Eric J. Olson. Eric was talking a little bit about this. Um, the path
Bad.
to
My
success.
bad. Podcast world.
The path to success is a trippy one. And,
But that's what I'm just scared of. We're just gonna keep printing money and throwing money at stuff to people who are failing at businesses.
yeah, but we've did it before and it worked out.
But we can't keep doing that.
It worked out.
That's the
though.
issue.
If you throw,
No, it did. Yes and no.
It kind of did. Kind of did. If you think
Yes
about it,
and no.
if you play devil's advocate, that fucking whatever bailout kept crooks still crooking. America kept cooking after that. It was the best economy. Like, think about this. Like the bell curve swinging after 2008, it was better than it was before.
Yeah, but now we made those banks too big to fail.
No, listen. I get that it was like all fucked up, but now maybe they're gonna make businesses too big to fail. So banks and businesses. That's why I said the cheat code is you gotta start a business, because the way the system works is you could be in the red. Now, granted, you also have to think about this too. For the most part, a lot of businesses are usually in the red, right? You're trying your
But
best.
those are badly run businesses.
Yeah, but there's it's called a margin. Like, just because you're like red doesn't mean you're like super red. So like red comes in like fucking flavors. You know what I mean? It could become like
True,
light
but
pink.
I'm just saying, like, if you have if your company's profitable, run it profitable. Like,
But people make
don't-
mistakes. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is now, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that it behooves us as people to become business owners. And I think when people hear business owner, they think of like brick and mortar, like they got to own a store.
oh yeah,
I'm like, nah, this is the virtual world, papa.
yeah, you don't do that no more.
We don't need brick and mortar. You can start an
For sure.
LLC. You get a fucking website.
I'm just scared.
and
Like I said,
now
I'm scared
you're a
that we're just
storefront.
printing money,
But
too
we
much
always
money.
Did. It's just it is what it is. This is America's flavor, bro. This is how they do it.
That's the scary part. Like, that bill is gonna come due one time.
Okay,
Like,
but it's not coming due any other time, anytime soon, bro. I believe.
but then you see that. All right, so let's bring it back. So
What's
now
up?
all those computer parts you was complaining about being expensive.
Yeah, they're gonna go more. I know.
It's because of that though.
Right.
Because now we keep borrowing and borrowing and
Yeah,
borrowing and
look,
borrowing.
I'm already know. Look, first of all, it's weird.
Nah,
I love capitalism. Just get it, bro.
I love it too. Don't get me wrong.
and I'm
I
not
like
saying it like an
responsible
asshole.
capitalism.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's no such thing.
Nah, there is. You just I'm for free market. Like I'm
Yeah.
all free market.
So like, if it's happening, because fuck it, if I gotta pay for this shit, like, bro, I haven't
but
felt
we
that.
got to
more
be
than
responsible with that money. Where
COVID. No, I
I
get the
think
spending.
if we all right, I wouldn't mind being in debt if all of America was Gucci. Not saying rich, not saying having everybody has Benzes and mansions, but if everybody was Gucci, if we didn't have kids going hungry every day in our own country, if we didn't have people going hungry in our own country, if we didn't have people fucking living in where rats and fucking piss all over the floor we're living in, like situations, all communities will be in this kind of like nice utopia. If we had that situated, I'm for it. I'm for taking on some debt. But we're taking on debt and we have shitty ass places. Like, New York is dirty. People still leave shit on the floor in New York.
But I think
in
that's more
these
of a
cities.
I think that's more of a cultural thing.
No, for sure. But I'm saying is like, you could we gotta educate these people who their generations they're gonna educate.
I think it's happening, like you're saying. I think it's happening. I think there is definitely.
But it's
an
happening
awakening.
it's happening too slow. But when we're in a pandemic or we're in a bailout thing, we print money to go and bail out banks, but we won't go and print money to fix a fucking community, or go and print money to go fix all the bridges, or go and print money to for the educational system. There's always, we have excuses to not print money, but then when there's no excuses to print money, we go and print money. That's the issues that I have with Republicans, where they'll print money for war, they'll print money for stupid shit, bailouts, but we won't print money for the educational system. They're cutting educational funding.
Right. That's going backwards.
Like, why are you cutting educational funding? Like, how does that make sense? And people don't see anything, and they just, all they do is you have you have all these parents doing fundraisers for teachers for them to get notebooks and book bags.
Bro, I told my friend a story when I was a
pencils, like,
kid. I literally had to like give a speech they were gonna close the whole fucking building down. Forget about the books.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy to me.
There's no more money for you, motherfuckers. Everybody's fired.
That's crazy.
And I had
but
to
they
be in a
print money.
fundraiser. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And they'll give money to a failing business who's been failing for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Can I say something? And this is gonna be a little bit of a dangerous topic. I think you told me the other day that LeBron James made this like one school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you that school is gonna be so fucking hard to get into, right? Let's say
For
if
sure,
it's the
because
one
everyone wants to
school.
go there.
Right, correct. Now hold on. How come more of these guys, not just LeBron James, but people of influence, start to really help out the infrastructure, and instead of it being where it's like this hate thing and everybody's trying to get your money, where like the donation becomes more involving, right? Because it's not cool to just
Mhm.
write a fucking check to St. Jude. That shit ain't doing jack shit, right? Everybody's getting paid. You got to pay the guy who opened up the motherfucking door and all these other things, right? I always think about that.
It's
There's
just
always
tough
employees.
because that shouldn't be on a private
Yes,
citizen.
it should be. You know why? Because a lot of these
Mm.
motherfuckers cross their heart and hope to die, right? And this is
But
the
if-
baseline. This is the baseline. If we are all God's children, right? And I am my brother's protector, then there should be a little bit more of that. Like I was I telling you? I think I was telling somebody else. I was like, man, if I had Fetty and shit was going good, you know what? The one thing that I'd be wanting to do, help other podcasters. I'm like, man, this shit was mad fucking hard. I know what it's like. Like, think about it. I think there's like football does a little bit more, right? Where they have like camps, and these
Mhm.
football guys set this up, and like they'll pay for it. I don't know if baseball guys do baseball camps, but I think they do.
They have a
I
lot
think
of
they
them
do.
camps
I think
everywhere.
They do. I think they have the camps. They have the camps. But like, again, that's just still, again, in my opinion, more basic because again, that's more of the best going to those fucking camps.
But
They're
here's
not
the
giving
issue.
like you're not seeing like you ever seen the movie Substitute? The Substitute.
I think so.
Okay, they robbed the drug dealer, right?
Uh huh.
And the guy doesn't take the money. The first thing he does is buy everything for the school. Like I know that this is
Okay.
crazy, but like when you see like Oprah and dropping all this money in another country, like I get it, but that $2, $3, $4, $5 million that it took to build that shit, you could have built something crazy here too. Like imagine if every celebrity made a school. That'd be a lot of
But
schools, bro.
like, yeah, for sure.
And
but
it would open up the market a little bit because
here's what I think about that. Now, if we paid our taxes, right, which
Mhm.
everybody's paying their taxes, and it was used properly, right?
That's not gonna happen.
But I'm saying that's a step we have to take in the system.
I think the step
But-
has to be also taken that the celebs are gonna start. I'm gonna have to
But
help.
there's a lot of celebrities who have their own foundations. They do their own
but
things.
that foundation shit to me is fucking bullshit.
It's because it's mostly a tax write-off.
Not
but
only
what
the
I'm
tax
saying-
write-off, it's
but
like
what I'm
everybody
saying
wants
is-
to go for fucking meat and cheese. I'm
No,
like,
for
no one
sure.
cares about this fucking ceremony. We need to
Mhm.
get textbooks into schools. We need to get.
But that again, that
materials.
shouldn't fall into the private citizen. If I'm
I
paying
disagree.
taxes,
I disagree, bro.
especially like if I get paid. All right, so then if that's the case, don't take 50% of my check from
Okay,
taxes.
But this is the thing. So watch, look, let me teach you the fucking cheat code. They're not taking 50% from your taxes. They're only taking 50% from the poor people. Because when you got
Oh, for
Fetty,
sure.
right, and you're donating, it's all moving it around. And it's not just the donating. That's why I said business is the best thing. You know why we get fucked? Because we don't have businesses. When you have a
For sure.
business, you put your losses within the business loss column,
Uh-huh,
and you write
take-
yourself a check as a fucking employee, and you're like, yo, the business was struggling. And that's
Yep.
why I said you can't really do that hot take on the business shit, because that could have been any one of us. Like imagine if you and me, we've been trying to fucking strike oil, we keep getting fucked, and we keep getting fucked, and we keep getting fucked. We'd have had a dope podcasting, social media, videography company, right? And then we're like, yo, US of A, hit us a check. And then pow, we're like, yo, Jay, we in the building. And now we take it even more serious because the funding we were looking for, we can stay to that next level. What I'm
Again, I even that I don't think the government should be funding
No,
or
watch, that
bailing
was the
anybody
co-
out.
that-
Period.
Listen, that was the COVID thing. I'm
But
saying
I
like
understand what you're saying.
I was making that argument. What I'm saying is, wheeling it back a little bit, right? We should start businesses because businesses are set up to fucking protect you. It's weird.
Mhm.
It's like it help. Like you're stupid if you don't have a business and you pay 50% in taxes. That's your fault. What you need to do is you need to get a fucking business in any capacity. You fucking like Star Wars. This is a crazy time in the whole wide world, bro. You like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can literally fucking start a YouTube channel and a following with Star Wars and probably get people to pay you to make Star Wars videos. I swear to God, I've seen it. I probably
I'm pretty
watched
sure.
a few.
For sure. Anything.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. And that shit can have an LLC. This is how basic is what I'm saying, bro. You like to cook cookies? Get a camera, fucking talk to the camera, make the cookies. Bro, anything you could think of. We're in a really weird space in that thing. What I'm saying is we need to encourage people to start businesses because of the tax breaks that the business allows you to get. Right? When you were talking about earlier, doing a little full circle, when you said it's important to do taxes, it's like, yeah, bro, you shouldn't be paying all that money, right?
For sure.
Donald Trump.
But I don't think it shouldn't fall on the person, the civilian.
No, we gotta help each other, man.
I don't mind helping each other. I don't mind. I should want to do it at the kindness of my heart.
What I'm saying is that there's nobody out there with the kindness of their heart doing it.
Yeah, you have a lot of foundations. I'm not gonna say that, but
this fucking foundation shit is.
But I'm saying there's a lot of love. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of people who've been put through colleges. There's a lot of like LeBron James. If you go to his school, you get a college education, like from the University of
how many kids
Akron.
is that? Like fucking 30? Come on,
that's still 30 kids who would have never had the opportunity.
In a fucking population of 600,000? No, that's not enough.
That's he doesn't have Jeff Bezos money.
Then you need to start talking to Jeff Bezos. Then
Jeff Bezos has that. That's right? Somebody who he created a lot of jobs.
Like this is the thing too, in a weird way, right? Like everybody keeps giving shit, right? And it's a little creepy. But Bill Gates, Bill Gates made so much bread that he decided to cure disease. He said, "Check this out.
For sure,
citizen, I'm gonna go do this." Now he's gotten a lot of shit for whatever virus he wants to pick. That he didn't. Yeah. He could fucking go pick motherfucking cockroach poisoning, and they'd be like, "All right, cool. Spend all this money, make all these things, and help communities to blossom that shouldn't be blossoming." But you don't even hear about big philanthropists. He's probably the biggest philanthropist we have. There's no other. Maybe Oprah's in second place. A lot of these people, I know they have foundations and stuff, but it doesn't seem like. I mean, he's got committed money, but I just don't feel like our community leaders, because our community leaders are senators and governors and mayors, and those motherfuckers ain't doing.
I think there's a lot out there. It's just that some people, like, if I ever started a foundation or started anything, I'm gonna give to a community. Like, I don't really say it. I'm just doing it through actions.
I get you.
Like,
I know there's a lot of private,
like even when Drake did his video, when he gave away $1 million in his video, people were trying to crucify him for that, and I'm like, you're trying to crucify somebody who's doing good, giving money away.
He getting shit for that? I thought that was awesome.
Because they were like, "Oh, why are you making a video out of it? Why are you showing that you're doing charitable things?" So you have a lot of people who do that.
I think as an artist, right? I think he was just copying art.
Probably, but what I'm saying is that he got shit for that. One of the megastars in the country, in the world right now, is Drake.
But that's because
Drake was getting shit for being giving charity money away. So now, if I'm Joe Schmo, and I go and say, "Hey, look at me, camera! I'm giving this person $100 or $20 or whatever the case may be," it's gonna inspire people, some people. But then you're gonna get shit for it because you're gonna be like, "Why are you recording it?"
I'm more like you.
People don't want to deal with that.
I was kind of like with that too, because I kind of gave Matthew McConaughey shit for taking photo ops while he was delivering mask. I'm like, no one gives a fuck, bro. Just hand the mask and walk away.
See?
Yeah.
Like
I get it.
So now, what if he was all right? Next time, I'm just gonna drop this shit off and bounce. I don't inspire people to do it though.
But I don't think that doesn't inspire people, bro. I don't think so.
How do you know? We haven't seen a ripple effect. There's no metric. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you. No metric. You're trying to. I'm just saying it inspire me. So that's my motherfucking.
No, that's what I'm saying. It inspire you, but it can. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna inspire somebody else.
But I think even with Drake handing out $20, and I've seen other people do it because it became like a thing. I don't know if it was before or after, but that whole thing, to me, that's even silly too. I'm a weird principle guy, right? Because I used to bartend for a long time. I don't like, and you're gonna feel this, I don't like giving people fishes. I like teaching people how to fish.
For sure.
So that they can do it forever. You don't need me anymore. Now we're good. If I give you a fish, you don't even know how to fucking go get it if I'm not here. If I
I
get
got you.
killed, you're done. Right?
I
And
got
so
you.
that's what I'm saying some more in that regard.
I'm
More
just
so.
saying that you get shit for even being a
I get that
philanthropist.
part. I
So you
get
got
that.
people
But
who
that's not
don't.
entirely true. That's why I said it's all bullshit. Because these guys throw big wig parties and all this bullshit and everybody fucking strokes everybody, but that shit is not televised and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Right? Because fucking George Clooney donated like $400 million,
Yep.
probably. That might not be 100% right, it might be 70% right, but to the Democratic Party. And I'm just saying, like, if you
Like, that's
give
sad too. Like, why are you donating that amount of money to
that,
people, like
boom, that's what I
to
want to talk about.
campaigns?
Right. That's where I'm getting
Like,
at next. So if you're
yeah,
gonna be funding Democratic fucking runs, I mean not Democratic, presidential runs, boom, fucking make a school guy. Or
yep.
like let's get this, like, he could be, dude, you know what I thought was the fucking most amazing thing? And I don't know who the fuck did it. It was some company that basically, because of COVID, gave free Wi-Fi to all students in New York City.
Mm,
Bro, that's how you
okay,
build a brand.
for sure.
They're like, look, shit is fucked up right now. We're gonna hook you up. I thought that was impactful. That's inspiring. Not some motherfucking dude taking a photo op and being like,
But see,
yo.
like that's your thought. What I'm saying, like now, let's say a
But
kid that
you
he,
think that brings value? You
of
think that brings
course, it
value? If
does.
if you
Yeah,
see if you fucking see Superman show up and bring whatever that's needed, you're like,
yeah.
yes, this
Because
is what we.
like,
Uh,
if Superman does this, then why I can't do it as a normal person? So like, I normally give money to bums, but it's not like a lot of money. But I do it. But I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't televise it. But I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna help this person get something to eat, something to drink, or even if he's gonna go get his fix. I know I'm doing a good deed. I'm not trying to think of it. All right, I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it like cool. There's other people who are doing good things in the world. I want to be in that group of people who are doing good things. So now let's say if somebody across the street saw me do that, and then that person does it for somebody else, and then that somebody they do something nice for somebody else, holding a door. Like even holding a door is fucking new to people still. But when you hold a door for somebody, that still makes somebody's day. If I hold a door, people say thank you. You're welcome. Or somebody holds a door for me, I say thank you. It's just and you get the people who don't say thank you when somebody holds a door for them. So like it's just like little things like that, little good deeds that can have a ripple effect and have a positive thing on somebody. That's all. We just, I can't fault people for doing that because if Matthew McConaughey, let's say, is like, hey guys, we're gonna just get 100,000 masks. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna try to get more exposure. But if he doesn't voice that out that way, he just says, hey, I'm here. I'm helping people who can't get masks. Now, let's say me, I'm all the way in New York, he's all the way in Texas, and as a church, whatever, or a boys and girls clubs needs a thing of mask for $20. Who's not to say that him doing that inspired me to do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a
I
ripple
get it.
effect.
That's actually no. That's a good point. I guess because I don't. I mean, I don't find that as motivation, which is weird. Maybe it's like the hood thing.
But you're good. But you're good to people until the people are not good to you, though. Like that's just something.
No.
Like you
I
put
get you.
positive, good energy out there. Is what I'm saying.
No,
There's
I
a
get
ripple
you.
effect.
Yeah. No. I totally understand that. I just didn't like, for me, the photo op just always seemed like made up or like
Be-
staged.
because then,
Because
even
I'm
like
from
you
New York,
said,
and maybe that's a little
but even like you said, I don't see a lot of motherfuckers doing this, right?
right,
So now, when they do it, don't do it.
right.
Which one is it?
No, I get the paradox. But for me, I just like, I want you to do it, and I guess
So
maybe I'm wrong on that one.
that's all. It's just weird because like
Yeah, it is
you're
weird.
on
You're
one
right.
side and on the
Yeah.
other side at the same time.
No. I get that. I'm on both
Can you put my
sides.
phone to charge?
It just, I think it
Charges
makes
over
it.
there in
I
the
think it
living
makes it
room.
look weird only because of the photo ops. Maybe because that's the new age has fucked my mind up. I guess you
But so
need
like
a photo now.
if you had a
You need a
magic
photo
wand,
now to have
so,
proof.
so if you had so I'm
But like,
saying
yeah,
so if
homeboy
but
came up and he
if you had
actually
a
delivered them.
wand and you wanted to give away money or give away something,
Mm.
how would you do it?
If I had mad bread, I told you it'd be simple, and it's gonna actually. You know what's the funny thing about this? God, or it sounds weird, but let the spirits guide me to do what I want to do because it's already what I want to do. As I continue our success in this process, and I'm
Thanks,
telling you,
monkey.
I've been rhyming way too much, bro. Okay? I already want to start helping. So if I had bread, my automatic would be like, okay, who's struggling with podcasting? Who's struggling? Like if I had it with the know all be all, who's struggling with social media? Who's trying it that I can see? I'd be like, hey, let's talk to these cats. Let's get them what they need to get better.
For
right?
sure.
Like,
But now look, now here's your
I never seen photo op. I didn't think I
I'm saying here's your devil's advocate, right? So now let's say I have my own podcast, right? And I go, damn, there's no fucking podcast people out there who help me. There's no podcasting people, but you're out there. You're the person who has all this money, who are helping podcasters, but you're just helping them without doing the photo op, without doing stuff on Instagram, without doing stuff on Twitter. And I go, you know what? Fuck all these people. There's nobody in the podcast who fucking cares about each other. This is some bullshit. Podcasting sucks. Nobody's helping nobody, right?
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, I don't see it.
Makes
but
sense.
Now, if you were like, yo, hey, I'm helping.
That's why social media is so powerful.
But that's what I'm saying. But you're telling me,
right.
and the way you're thinking, thought process is. If you take a picture, it's bullshit. If you don't take a picture, it's bullshit. It can't be both ways.
Oh my god!
It just doesn't work like that.
The fucking comedy.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. You know, I'm a complex individual. You know,
so like, if you help people, I'm pretty sure you're gonna. If you don't say it, the person who you're helping is gonna say it.
Right? No. I get it. It makes sense. No. You know what? This is a coaching moment. I love the coaching moments. I guess now I gotta start fucking taking pictures of the shit that I be trying to do. I be getting all bashful and shit. But
because I've done things behind the scenes, like for my gaming community, I bought like 2 kids who said, "Hey, I don't have a microphone," and I bought them things and I sent it to their house on Amazon. But I've never said that out loud. I've never went on my streaming thing and said, "Hey, I bought so and so a headset."
Mm-hmm.
I just did it out of the kindness of my heart. You know, just you don't have a headset. Here's a headset, brother. You know, I don't believe hit them on Twitter, on Instagram, and I give it to them. You know, I send it to them. I have another thing I'm gonna ship to Europe. I have a thing I'm not using. I'm gonna send it to a kid who needs it for streaming. But I'm not using that to promote myself, to say, hey, look, I'm helping the community.
Right.
Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing it at the kindness of my heart. So that kid could go and be a streamer, or that kid could go and have fun with his friends and have a microphone and communicate. Because there's nothing more frustrating than not having a microphone, playing a game with your friends, and you not being able to communicate. So it's these little things like that, like you don't know.
I talk to a lot of motherfuckers, and I mean, I think that for the most part, we're all sweet and nice. We definitely need to like get up a little bit more in the encouragement department, and I definitely think that you know. I know that the presidential race needs support, but there was definitely a lot of money that probably could have went to some other people.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. Like, how are you raising $1 billion in campaigning?
Thank you.
Like,
that's right. Boom.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Motherfuckers
to
can't
me.
eat, daddy. And how much did this fucking trail cost? What?
And that's why I like Andrew Yang's approach. Andrew Yang's approach is
God bless you, Mr. Yang.
His approach was everybody in the whole United States, every citizen gets 100 democracy dollars. So it's like monopoly money. Whatever
it's like
the case
playing
may
the
be.
draft. And everybody gets a certain amount of money.
So $330 million in $100 bills is $330 million. And that person, if which you're right, you can go and say, all right, I'm going to donate my democracy dollars to Andrew Yang, to Joe Biden. And that's it. You can't go and use more of that. Like, you can't go and donate more money. That person who you're voting for or running for office has to run on their principle and standard on what they're going for.
To be honest with you, I don't even, I mean, I know it sounds stupid to say this, but I don't even know why you need all that money to run a presidential campaign. You know what I mean?
Because it's just to buy airtime everywhere. Buy airtime.
Yeah, right.
Social media ads.
No.
Buying stupid plaques and stupid shit brochures.
Yeah, you know what they should do?
Paying staffers.
Yeah, no, none of that. You'd be like, listen, you know what? Check this out. We give you a phone with all the apps downloaded, and each presidential person, you could hire people to teach you how to use it, but that's the most you could do. They can't run it for you.
That's why I like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders capped all his donations.
Right.
He capped them.
He gets it. He
Yeah.
you know, I'm mad at myself for taking this long to come around to Bernie, but Bernie gets it.
For sure.
He
and like
does
people always get
he does demonize wealth a pinch, but I think that
pinch too much.
I think he demonizes wealth on both lanes. And
No,
I think
for
that's
sure.
why he gets shit. Because not even the Democrats like him. Like, get this fucking guy out of here. You know, because it's like, all you motherfuckers are making bread. How about this? Y'all stop making bread, and then you give some bread to the poor people, so the poor people could get a little chance here. We need. That's fair.
That's why I want it to be a no party system. It should be just whoever has the best ideas and who could think they could execute the better policies.
That's why I said it's all bullshit, bro. Because both parties got paid, bro. Imagine that. If it costs, how much you think that trail costs? $1 bill?
Probably.
Really? So watch that. 2 bills, just like that. Nothing. And then bat an eyelash.
Yep.
That you don't
but they
think
won't.
$2 billion
They'll go and cut the school funding.
Right. I was just gonna say, bro. You don't think $2 billion gonna open up like mad schools? You don't think $2 billion? You don't think
this was
$2 billion?
This was a crazy stat,
campuses?
right? This is a crazy thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson said.
Fucking crazy.
Think how impactful NASA has been, right?
Mm-hmm.
NASA has created Tang. It created power drilling tools. It's created LASIK eye surgery. It's created all this shit. NASA. It's come from NASA, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bailout that happened to the banks, which was like $800-something billion. That was more money than NASA has gotten combined in its entire existence. So you're telling me if you gave NASA unlimited money, they wouldn't come up with more dope fire shit? People love Tang. People use power drills all the fucking time. People use LASIK eye surgery. That created jobs. And there's more things. Right, I just can't remember. I'll remember off the top of my head right now. But NASA has created so many things.
NASA sends motherfuckers to outer space, right?
And it's created so much wealth.
That's intense right there. You can't motherfuckers argue that shit.
And people just want to, I don't know, pick and choose.
They should send you at least, like, look, you know what they should do with our taxes? Be like, look, we give you 50, like whatever the taxes is. Let's say it's 100% of something, right? I'm like, look, y'all can take 50, and then the other 50, you got to give me multiple choice on a bunch of 50 ideas. So should my city have a stadium? Yes. Right? Should we be legal? Yes. Right?
Yep.
Should all drugs be maybe considered legal, or maybe decriminalizing marijuana in some of these states? Probably yes to a whole bunch of those things.
Yep.
Right? Oh shit. Should sports gambling be legal? Probably too. That's where we need to go do that. And then you need to tax these motherfuckers on their gains, because they lose way more than they win.
For sure.
But who cares? Don't worry about it. Just fucking keep pumping it up. There should be like 19 motherfucking DraftKings and FanDuels getting all this other stuff,
shits.
right?
All them shits.
And then it's just like, look, everybody's just gonna stop playing games, and then you can
look in New York,
you can raise taxes, and at least I could pick the other ones, right? Like it'll be like I'm filling it in.
You should be able to pick where you want your tax money to go.
At least half of it. That's what I'm arguing. At least half. Take half, and then give me like a voucher that I could fill out and be like, yes, yes, no, 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 and then get all the yeses and nos and figure out what else we could get. Right? Like,
exactly.
There's no way you take 100% of my shit and I don't even know where the fuck it goes.
Yep.
How's that possible?
Yep.
Like I said, stadium, I would like that. That would be nice. Don't take my team out of here because some asshole owner's being a dipshit about 100 million, when that's the difference. And in his world.
But yes and no, because those motherfuckers are just like banking it in. Like banking it in. Before a game gets played, every single year they get cut 250, 260 check.
Of what, million?
Million.
Bro, they need that shit, bro. I'll tell you this, we should make more stadiums. Only because, again.
No, but what I'm saying is the owners themselves get paid that check without anything else, I'm saying. Just off the revenue of what the NFL makes. So I own a team, here's 250 million off rip. Doesn't include jerseys. Doesn't include sodas. Doesn't include beers, hot dogs,
you know
parking,
what? You got to think
tickets.
about the Jacksonville Jaguars in that argument, right? Because
Okay.
nobody wants to do any of those things you just mentioned in Jacksonville.
For sure, but
Right?
he still gets paid the 250 million.
I think that usually good owners put the money back in the building. I would like to believe
For sure.
that.
But
I
I'm
don't
saying
think-
those people you should still like those owners are billionaires.
but
So
they're-
like
but you need to be a
like-
billionaire to fucking run so many
no,
corporations.
for sure, but they shouldn't get a break just because they're thing. You know what I'm saying? Like now, let's say $100 million, right? All right, go see your stadium. All right, cool. Now we're taking $35 million away from the education system in your state.
Oh, you're saying the states pay the teams
Correct.
off the top?
Yeah,
Well, I
that's how it
mean-
works.
I don't know. You know, I'm in
So-
this town. I
so-
want that
so-
check, son.
But as
You-
but as you as an owner, yes. But
Right.
as the
I get it. as the
entity
corporation.
itself is not, because like, all right, cool, we're gonna give you $100 million in taxpayer money, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the residents who live there, fuck you, you don't get a tax, you don't get a break on your tickets, you don't get a break on your hot dogs. You get a beer and a hot dog for $50. You get the ticket is $300, and you're all the way at the top of the fucking nosebleed. Your jersey is $500. The hat is another $75. Where is the trade-off? Where is the taxpayer who paid for the stadium getting anything back by giving the billionaire a deal, a money in the deal to keep the stadium there?
That's a good
You understand what I'm
argument.
saying?
Yeah, no. I never thought about that.
Chicken fingers
I didn't
chicken
think he was
fingers
gonna- I
at
didn't think he was gonna
$6
come so heavy
in the,
with me today. This is very interesting.
because
You got
chicken
some-
fingers and French fries at the corner store is $5, but I
Right.
go to the
22.
stadium is 22
We got you,
with 2
Daddy.
sticks.
Yeah, we got you, Papa. Especially
Let me get an order of mozzarella sticks. It's $15. You get 4.
$17.99, bro. They ain't fucking around.
A beer is what, $9 a beer?
You lucky if it's 9. It could be 12 some places. And you drinking piss. Because we're gonna give you a
Exactly.
$9 beer, fucking Bud Light. Here you go, sir.
Yep.
You want anything else? We're gonna charge you way
Hot
more.
dog, $7.50, $8, $11.
That's crazy.
with
my guy.
ketchup.
I'm telling you, son.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you can't give these guys breaks if they're not gonna
But
give
I
us
feel
breaks.
like no, I get right. That's a really, really good argument. I just think for the owners, they wouldn't be able to run the business if they didn't get that money. Because
Bullshit.
You think that there's enough
Bullshit.
money in the concessions and in
Bullshit.
jerseys?
For sure. Yeah.
You think for
Yes.
all 32 teams of every
Yes.
fucking, at least the big
Yes.
3.
Yes. And guess what?
So you're
If-
telling me motherfuckers are selling out? Well, maybe New York is weird, but
what I'm saying is, run your team better. If you run your team better, you're winning. If you're winning, you get more money. Stop running your team like a bullshit secondhand thing where it's just a hobby of yours. Run it better, then you don't need a fucking tax
well, you
break
see, that's
from
the
the people.
thing. Maybe they need to like keep the system in place, right?
Mhm.
This will never happen, but this isn't a perfect world. Keep the system in place and then give it to people that actually need it. Meaning, like, these are guys who are running multiple organizations. That's probably why so many of them suck,
For sure.
right? It's like, no, Papa, you only one owner. You could only own this business. That's it. We'll give you the 250, but you're stuck with this one because you need to put the best product on the field based on that 250 we're giving you, right? Because
But
think about
they're not
it, if-
giving
if
it to you. You
Jackson-
bought, you paid into it, and that's from owning the team.
Right, so if you own the team and
Yeah.
you're the Jags, you think you're still deserving that 240? I say no. You guys are
True.
not putting this team together. You guys suck.
Mhm.
I would shut you down. Like we were talking about it last time with the WNBA. You cost me money, son. That's it. Now we're down to 31 teams. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, there's no reason.
Or
like,
move it. If you're gonna move
right,
it to a state
exactly. Yes, you're
that's
right.
gonna
Because if you move it,
benefit
somebody-
from
who's gonna endorse? Who's gonna show up and buy tickets here?
yeah.
right?
That's like the Tampa Bay Rays. I feel bad for them, but I think they need to
Me too.
move.
Yeah, the Rays are one of them. The Marlins are another. The Kansas
Yep.
City Royals are another. Bro, I
Yep.
can mention mad fucking teams that don't sell out the stadium. I mean, now it's COVID, so it's different. And I think
No, yeah,
now
but
might
prior
be
to that-
more. I think you know what might happen now. What we're talking about might be wrong. Because I think
do you
the
mean?
moment that they allow people back into stadiums, the stadium market, I'm telling you right now, the stadium industry is about to blow. It's the same thing that's happening to the restaurant business. You know what was the greatest thing you've ever said? And not that you haven't said other greatest things, but the scarcity thing. So now you
Yep.
can't go to restaurants. So now we open up 5. You know what happens? All 5 of those restaurants are fucking packed There's a fucking line down the block. We're gonna say, hey, Papa, you're gonna get in here, but it's gonna be an hour. Everybody's gonna hang out, and that's what's happening with a lot of these things. There's scarcity, so now there's no live events. There's no this, bro. I can't even imagine. I gotta get my guy back on the show to find out what the ticket prices are for the teams that are allowing people in the building. That can be a cheap seat. There's no way it's a cheap seat.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Right. So then the moment you open the floodgates, bro, it's going to destroy. I think tickets are going to go through the roof because people are going to be like, damn, I wish, like, imagine all the people that thought they were about to die or whatever the case might be, or thought this was the end, and be like, damn, I wish
we know, because it could be the reverse could happen as well, where it's like, wait a minute.
We don't have to go anymore?
I don't got a tailgate. I can just make a barbecue in my backyard.
Yeah, stay in the crib.
My homeboys could come over here. Yeah. I don't got to fight with parking. Right. It's Kansas City, December.
I still think no.
No, you're going to have, because it's NFL is just a different breed of animal. But I think MLB is going to take a hit. Sure. I think NBA could take a hit. I think the colleges could take a hit. Anything that like NBA
has more than fucking
the NBA experience is pretty dope. Yes, you had the screens, they condensed the court. You don't have to worry about the people in the stands.
That's what they should be working on. Figuring out how to do virtual fucking like shit, where I sell you a membership for this area, and this area has the closest fucking camera view to most of the shit.
But like, we don't know what that reverse is gonna be just yet. Just like the ripple effect of NFL and CTE, where like Pop Warner, like a lot of kids or less kids are going into football.
Right.
Like,
right. Exactly.
You're not gonna see that residual effect for maybe another 10 to 15 years.
Right.
But like you're seeing less like kids going. You're gonna see more in basketball.
I think
more
that's
in baseball.
I think that's why you've seen an explosion on baseball.
Yep.
Because there's less people going there. They're like, fuck football. You know, I could throw.
You have a higher chance of making it in baseball than football.
Not only that, you get fucking paid way more to do way less.
True. Depending where you get drafted. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But sometimes baseball is even they're a little rapey with the money, with the salary too. Like if you,
yeah, but I mean they're arguing millions, bro. I feel like to me, I get it.
Like here's my thing. Like their thing, the arbitration, whatever that shit is like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's a bitch.
Like, all right, cool. You're number one in hitting. You're number one in batting. You're number one in RBIs, but you strike out the most. So you could get $50 million, but we're gonna give you 20. Like, how does that work? That doesn't make any sense to me. So, like, you have to be in it for a couple years, and then that's why they always pay these guys too late. They pay these guys too late, and then their prime isn't as long as it should be because they pay these guys too late because they want to take the money out and take advantage of everything. So, that's where I stand. Oh, shit. Going on. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon. I gotta go make some moves. I'm gonna wrap this up with my man Dustin, and definitely hope you guys like the content. Make sure you guys subscribe and like the channel. You know, get us out there. You know, we're not gonna talk about the first hour and a half of the podcast that was his audio was not being recorded. All right, guys. So bear with us.
What happened? And you took a time out because I dipped out of the screen?
No, I'm just telling them about the not people, not me recording your shit and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but we're gonna wrap this up soon because I got.
By the way, not to get so serious, because I was really digging that shit. I'm feeling good about my decision to maybe not buy the. I just want to play that game, but I guess I'll suck it up. I'll be doubling down my money into instead of a game system, I'll just get a computer
for sure.
You know,
but we gotta wrap this up. I gotta make a couple moves. I got dinner tonight.
Nice. You were recording us this time, right? And
yeah, I recorded it when we started over.
Okay,
so I'll send you that file.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll send you that one.
And then thank you to everybody for who didn't or who did watch. Stay safe, stay healthy.
For sure. Everybody have a good day.